Yo, what is good everyone, and welcome back to another video on today's Wave Wednesday.
Wave Wednesdays. It's lit every Wednesday.
Alright guys, so for today's video, I am going to see Spider-Man No Way Home. The wait is over. If you guys remember when that first trailer came out and at the end, Dr. Octopus, the original one said, was like, "Hello Peter." Freaked out after that, Tobey Maguire is my favorite Spider-Man, the OG. So seeing Doc Ock be back, it's like, man, I hope Tobey and Andrew are back. So I believe they're in. I haven't watched any TikToks in like 3 days ever since like the world premiere thing with that a lot of people went to. Trying to avoid as many spoilers as I can. And I think I did pretty good. So yes, it's currently 9 p.m. and I'll be leaving in about, I think, half an hour, 20 minutes to the theater. My watch time is at 10 o'clock. I'm going with my brother. And we actually got lucky buying these tickets, when they first came out, they said 12 a.m. the tickets are going to be out. So me and my brother went on the website at like 11:45, and the theater we were looking at already had them out, and it was crazy. It was like a couple seats already taken, so we're like, fuck, we gotta buy it now, before everybody gets this websites and see that they're already out, which I don't think they're allowed to do that. I think 12 a.m. was the time, but they were already out like 11:45, so we're like, what? So we bought them quick. I was on a Discord call with all my friends and told them like, what? How the hell did you buy it already? This and that. So then they all got on at 12, and the website was all crashed. They could barely get any tickets, and this is actually Thursday right now, so we're going the day before it actually comes out, which is pretty cool. And yeah, it's gonna be very exciting, hoping for Tobey and Andrew. So guys, I have 3 options to dress up with here. I'm either gonna be wearing the whole Spider-Man red and blue suit, the tight suit with a pair of blue shorts over and red shoes, and that'll be my outfit to wear to the theater. Or I'll be wearing the Bully Maguire suit, where he does that special dance in the black suit that's memed all over the place. That could be pretty funny. Or just go with myself, wear random clothes. But I think I'm going to keep it entertaining and go with the full blue and red suit, which is going to be pretty cool. So maybe I'll end up doing that. Maybe I can convince my brother to wear his suit too. We'll see, but yeah, stay tuned. Alright guys, so we're here right now, me and Jaluga. We both got on the Spider-Man suits. He's got one that he made a long time ago. Just has a little project. It looks pretty cool. It's the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man costume. I just got on the regular one, I found downstairs. And we're on our way to the theater right now. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and I'll tell you guys how the movie was after. Actually, wait, I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys. I'll just give you a little bit of a rating and what I thought about the movie. But we're very excited. We're ready to go. So yeah guys, I went to go see Spider-Man No Way Home with my brother. As you guys saw, we finished the movie late, around 12:30, got back home, and man, that movie was just complete greatness. I don't think they could have done it any better, and my rating out of the movie is 10 out of 10, 12 out of 10. That movie is just, I think, the greatest Marvel movie ever made. I mean, the whole thing speaks for itself if you've seen it already. And sorry, yes, there will be spoilers in this little part of the video here, so if you haven't seen the movie yet, go see it, man. Everybody's seeing it already. Everybody's actually watched it 3 times, 2 times. I'm trying to go again with my brother and see it again because it was just too good to only see once in a big theater like that. So maybe we're gonna go again one time. But yeah, we dressed up in the Spider-Man costumes, got a lot of compliments, everybody's like, oh, nice costume. Oh, I should have dressed up, this and that. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, this movie did not seem rushed at all. I mean, they did have 2 hours and a half to unfold the whole kind of story, the plot of the movie, but I mean, it did not seem rushed at all. The whole 2 hours and a half was perfect. But yeah, guys, man, everybody was hoping for the 2 Spider-Mans to be in it, Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. I was really hoping for it. My brother was. Every day there was a new leak about something, or people trying to get it out of Andrew Garfield, people asking him, the media asked him, so you're in the new Spider-Man movie? And he keeps on saying no. We were sitting here watching, they have to be in it, especially after that second trailer where there was the part of the lizard jumping at something and Electro was jumping at something too. It was could it be Doc Ock and Green Goblin that turned good and are helping Peter out to Peter's Tom Holland out to fight them, or is it going to be Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield up there? And then there was the leak of the lizard actually getting kicked, so then we knew, okay, there is something there, but we don't know who it is. So it was a great way to introduce them into the movie, I think, also. So spoiler, if you guys remember the part where Ned has the Doctor Strange ring on, where he can open up the portals, and then there's the part where to me, I kind of expected that part to happen, where they're we have to try to find Spider-Man, but I thought maybe they were just gonna find Tom. Okay, they found him, and then the Tobey and Andrew would come near the end, more to the fight, where they just come and help him out of nowhere. But it was a kind of sick way how they did it, where all of a sudden the portal opens and you see a spider, and they're like, oh, Spider-Man, come here, Peter, and like he starts running. And yes, you can see the figure kind of does look a little bit taller than Tom Holland, so there's a couple people in the theater starting to go like, oh, like they're getting ready for it. And then he jumped through the portal, bro, and everybody in the theater was yelling. I wish I got the reaction, but I didn't know when it was gonna happen, so I didn't have my phone out. But that part was really sick. He takes off the mask and everybody starts yelling, because it's like finally all these people who doubted it, every time he was saying no, he was finally in the movie. So it was awesome. And then the part after that where they're like, you know, but let's see if we can open up again and find Tom, whatever. And then that's when you knew Toby was coming in. So the whole theater is just getting the jitter ready. It's like a drum roll, bro. And you knew he was coming in. But it was kind of unique the way they did it, where he wasn't wearing a costume. So it kind of gets you thinking, like, at first, like, is that Spider-Man? Because if he was in the suit again, you know, like, okay, that's Toby. But they did it where he wasn't in the suit, so you just think, wait, this could just be like a random guy that he just opened a portal to. And then he walks through and you see his face, bro, and the whole theater fucking yelled, bro. I was yelling, like, because personally, my favorite Spider-Man is obviously Toby. I grew up with him, and overall, he's just, it was just, you know, it's the OG movies, right? So Toby's my favorite. My brother's favorite is Andrew, and now a lot of people are starting to see how Andrew maybe was one of the best ones, or give him more credit than he actually did have, because he only had 2 movies. His villains weren't really the best, and yeah, but now people are starting to realize maybe Andrew is like one of the best ones, because Andrew is a great person to play Spider-Man too. I mean, all 3 of them are, but my favorite is just Toby, you know, the OG. He's funny, all that stuff. So yeah, I thought those were cool ways they brought them into the movie. And then yeah, obviously the part where you see Doc Ock when he fights him at first and everything, that was a sick scene where he's like, hello Peter, like all that stuff, and how he's like, you're not Spider-Man, like he doesn't recognize him. Tom's like, what the hell's going on right now, like who are these villains? And then when he sees Green Goblin come in, he goes, Osborn, because you know, like in his world, Green Goblin died like 5 years ago, right? So he's even shocked to see, like, what the hell, how's he alive? So great way to do the movie, I think. And the last battle between all 3 of them was like literally the best, bro. Like when they're all making that stuff in the lab, whatever, like 3 Peter Parkers all doing it, like nobody ever thought we'd see this. And it was just so sick to watch that part too, where they're making the stuff, in the part where Ned goes, Peter, and they all answer, yeah, Peter Parker, and they all answer too. He goes, we're all like fucking Peter Parker, and he goes computer or whatever. That was funny. And then he asked Toby, like, oh, did you have a best friend? And he goes, yeah, you know, and he goes, yeah, I did. And he goes, like, what happened to him? You know, he died, like, trying to kill me, whatever. Like, that part was really funny, because then Ned goes up to Tom after, and he's kind of, like, scared to go near him. That part was really cool. Like, I like the way they added a little bit of humor into it. And then the part where, the spider web part 2, where, like, Toby kind of asks him, like, what is that? And then he goes, you don't have these, whatever? And he just goes, psst, right out of his arm. And then, like, they're all, like, shocked, like, whoa. And he's like, you guys can't do that? Yeah, because as you guys know, like, Toby's is actually inside his like arm, but the other 2 had to make their spider webs, which is part of the comics. That's how it was done. But I think it makes more sense the way Toby is, because the whole point of being like a superhero Spider-Man is to have all the powers yourself, not that you have to make it. Like, then they just have the sticky hands and shit. But really fun movie, man. It was awesome to see it. And then the end fight scene, man, that was just greatness too, bro. Like, seeing them all like have to work together and everything. And one of the really funny parts too is when they're trying to stretch out before they come, and Toby starts going, yeah, I know, my back, it hurts. And Andrew goes, yeah, I know, carrying the weight. If you guys remember in Toby's movie, when he tries to jump the buildings because he thinks he has his powers back, he just falls down. He goes, I'm back, and then hits the car right on his back, and he goes, my back. So it's just cool how they correlated the 2 together, and obviously OG fans would know where that came from, so it was really funny. But yeah, and then the ending of the movie, obviously they all forget who Spider-Man is, because that's what he wanted near the end, because, you know, it wasn't working and the other people were starting to come through. People have theories that those are other villains now that will be in other movies that were starting to come through the portal. And it's cool to see how they're trying to just cure the villains, right? They're not trying to kill them off. They're trying to show that Spider-Man's not this evil guy, whatever, that just wants to kill people. And it also shows that the villains aren't these evil things. Like, there's things that are kind of making them evil. For example, Doc Ock's chip in the back fried, right? So that's why those tentacles are making him evil. And then Tom cured him, and you see he's a normal guy. Even Green Goblin, that stuff is just making him evil, but these guys are not actual evil people. They're just people that just got attached to these things, and it made them evil and made them the villain. So it's cool to see how they're not trying to, they're not being, like, Tom's just not trying to kill them all, like he's just trying to help them out and cure them. And then you see the part where Tom was about to kill Green Goblin, and then Toby comes again like he did in his movie and grabs the glider, and then that moment where he got stabbed in the back by Green Goblin, I thought it was over for him. Which, I mean, I could have been happy with that ending too if Toby did die, because you know he's the OG and everything. But it's cool that they kept him alive too, and then you see them all be successful and go back to their own world. So it was really awesome. And then here's one of my theories, guys. So you know how Tom, like everybody forgets Tom is Spider-Man, Peter Parker Spider-Man, and then at the end of the movie you see like Ned and MJ like together or whatever. I literally thought at the end of the movie, like, because they forgot who Peter Parker was, I thought Ned was literally gonna go into the shop and like kiss MJ, like maybe they were together in a relationship now. And I thought Peter is gonna get really mad about that, because as you guys know, there's a theory that Ned is supposed to turn into the Hobgoblin, which is like Harry was with Toby's one, right? Like, and Andrew too. Like Harry turns bad, his best friend, and turns into the Hobgoblin. So I have a theory that now, because they don't know each other, they're gonna get in a fight somewhere or something, and he's gonna turn into Hobgoblin and eventually have to fight Tom. And my brother also thinks the theory is now they're gonna go to the universities, and this is where Tom is gonna meet Gwen Stacy instead of MJ. Or I'm kind of curious to see how they're gonna get them to know each other again. And then obviously the post-credit scenes at the end were really cool with the Doctor Strange movie. That movie looks really good, and the part with Venom. So as you guys know, if you haven't watched Venom and Carnage, at the end of the movie he's sitting in a bed, and all of a sudden like the lights just flash, everything shakes for a second, and it's clear. So that's Venom now going into Tom Holland's universe, and that's why after he looks into the screen and he sees Tom Holland. But now at the end of this movie, that same flash happens when he's at a bar, and he goes back to his own world, and the world that he's from is Andrew Garfield's world, the Sony world, because they did not get rights apparently to have that Tom Hardy Venom in the Tom Holland universe. So they had to find a way to put him back into his universe. But you see, he leaves the piece of Venom, so which means Venom is possibly still a villain in the next Tom Holland movie, but it will not be Tom Hardy, I don't think. So this is why people are saying now maybe Andrew Garfield could get another movie, because now that Venom went back to Andrew Garfield's universe, the Sony universe, and maybe now he'll have to fight him somehow, or they'll find another way to get him back in there. So, you know, a lot of theories going on. It's gonna be exciting to see how they do it. I love the whole like idea of the post-credit thing, how they do that, where they get you excited for like the next movie. So it's gonna be awesome. And that Tom Holland suit at the end of the movie, when he's like swinging through New York during Christmas time, and you see that shine on it and everything, that looks like one of the best suits ever made by like ever shown in like a movie. It looks like the ones from the comics and stuff, right? Like it looks so cool, and that's the one I think he actually made. So it's going to be exciting to see that costume too, and just exciting to see where the Marvel Universe goes from here. So yeah guys, that is it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and drop a like on the video and turn on the post notifications. My next video will probably be a little bit of a talk about the Jake Paul fight, and next week I am also going to get my tattoo, I believe on Tuesday or Wednesday, so I could possibly have a video just kind of showing about that too. So yep, stay tuned for it all, and I'll make sure to see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Running it up like a Wednesday, texting that girl, yeah, don't care what her friends